And I am live. Hello, everyone, and today is 4th of July. Happy Independence Day and 2025. Shit, I didn't you had to use and in between. And yeah, today is 4th of July 2025, Friday, and today we will be solving 1000 level questions, 100, 1100 level questions on CP13. Yesterday I solved some of the remaining ones at 900 level. I still have 5 questions at 1000 level, and today will be this 1100 level. Let's just begin, and let me make a folder for that. 1100 and new M. There is some update. New M update plugin low LSP, and here also go to the same folder here, and yes, B. Erase first or last letter. You are, and I hope. Shit. Okay, my bad. I was not showing anything. Now I think I am visible. Yeah, now things are visible. So yeah, 1100 level, and here is my terminal and stuff. Yep. Erase first or last letter, level B, and this is at 1100 level. This one, first and last letter. Black mode, of course, dark mode. Erase first or last letter. You are given a string s of length n. Let's define two operations you can apply to the string. Remove the first character or remove the second character of the string. Okay, your task is to find the number of distinct non-empty strings that can be generated by applying the given operations on the initial string any number of times, possibly 0, in any order. Your task is to find the number of distinct non-empty strings that can be generated by applying the given operations. Let's define two operations, remove the first or the last. Okay, input n is the size, and then the second line contains the string itself. It is guaranteed that the string only contains lowercase letters. It is guaranteed that the sum of n does not exceed this. Okay, and different strings. I could either do that or this. I think there should be a direct formula for this, because the length is of course changing whenever I do anything, so I could change. Ah, there should not be. If the first and the second character are same, that would depend on the number of pairs there are. Okay, okay. Initially, let's say I have only one string, and then I have an option. I could either remove this string or this, and if they are the same, then it doesn't mean anything, so I will just add 1 to my count. I think yes, just add 1, so it becomes 2. Okay, I have total 2 strings, and then same, add 1 and add 1. But if they are different, like in this case, then multiply the given thing by 2. So at the start I will start with 1 because I will be multiplying or adding stuff, so I don't know. Yeah, multiply 1 by 2, so I will get to 2, and then check these two, they are different, so multiply this by 2, 2 by 2, 4, then this, 8, and then this 16. No, the answer is 9. The answer is 9 in this case. I could either remove this, I would get BABA. I could remove this and I will get AABA. And after doing that, let's say shit, if I remove this, then I have BABA. Then I have the choice of removing either B or A. Mm, B or A, it would depend on. Okay, maybe I could just go on dividing them and storing the thing in an unordered map, and I think it is guaranteed that the sum of n over all test cases does not end. Maybe then I could store them in something. Uh, n n can be pretty big, so shit. N can be pretty big. The maximum is 210 in this case. Okay, if I am able to figure out, okay, we will just move on with this one, this example. If I remove A, then I get one separate string, BABA. Then from BABA, I could either remove B or A. And if I remove B, I get ABA, two strings. Or let's go do DFS. And from this ABA, I could remove A and I will get BA, three strings. And then I could remove B, four strings. Okay. And going back, when I had BABA, let me remove A, I will get a single B, that would be fifth. And then moving back, when I had the option between this and this, I could remove B and I will get AA, and AA has not been formed yet, so six strings in total, I think. And when I had the option between these two, I could have removed A and I would have gotten BA, so things are repeating. Wait, when I have the option at any point to remove one of these things, then I know that everything behind it is already gone and it will be different in length, right? It will be different in length. It will be different in length, right? What? A, B, A, B, A, B, A. Could get B, B, A, B, A, B, A. I could either remove the first or the second character. Okay, if I go on removing the first character, of course, I will get different strings. But if I were to remove the second character, that is a bit tricky. So the length, at least I will always have n number of things, right? In this 14, the answer is 15. So in everything, due to this operation, I get a set of strings, and due to this operation, but this operation, shit, this operation could be performed like this. When I'm at the start, I could remove this B, and then I would have AABA, and then I could remove the A, the second character, the second A, and it would be different. Shit. Okay. So I have to see, yep, all the strings that I get from the first operation will be different because they differ in length. But in the second operation, I have a lot of options that I could choose. No, I do not have a lot of options. Yeah, shit, I do not have a lot of options. If, let's say, I'm here at the start, I could choose to remove the second string and the second character, and let's say I just do that. I keep doing it. first I remove B, then I will have A, B, A. Then I again remove the second, which is now A, and I will have A, B, A. And then I could again remove the B, and I would have A, and then again I could remove A, and I would have just A. But the main thing is that is a way by which I can generate a string. But the main thing is, how do I know that I have already had this string? A string depends on length. Length. I would never have. They could be same, but they could differ in length. Of course, they are not same in that case. They are different in length. Hmm. Okay, for first, I just have to for the first operation. Wait, I can do them in any order, right? So first, second, first, second, first, second. Hmm. If I do the first operation a number of times, then I will remove the first few characters, and then let's say starting from here, I do the second operation and I remove these characters, and then if I were to do the first operation, I would remove this and I would only be left with this. So I think that these two are independent. Yeah, these two are independent and wouldn't matter much. Yep, yep. So I can just calculate them differently and then add their combined strings, and they have to be different. Okay, so for the first, it is just remove the first string, and that would always return a result in a different string because the length would change. But in second, it would also return in a different string, but it would be same as the string that I have already gotten from first. So in this case, if I were to just do the first operation, then I would get removing this, I would get BA, then removing B, I would get ABA, then removing A, I would get BA, then removing B, I would get A. Those are like four different strings, exactly four different strings. Then starting from this position, I could start doing the second operation and remove this. I would get A, B, A, and then I could go on and remove the second character. That would result in ABA. But I already got ABA once when I was doing the first operation, so that will not be added. So I have just five different strings at this point. Then I could remove this and I would get AA, which I didn't got. Now, therefore, six strings in total. Now, let's say I performed the first operation on this, and this is my remaining string. Then I remove this, and I get BBA, and that is different, so 7. And then I could remove B, and I would get BA, which is repeated, so I will not add it. Now, for the last three characters, if I remove this, I get AA, which I already got, so that is cool. And then I could remove A and I would get just A, that is also cool. And then I could do the second operation for these two and I would remove A and I would get B, which I didn't got before. That is 7 strings in total, not 9. Right, let me try again. 4 for these, and then AABA 5, ABA I already had, and nothing. AA 6, okay, then BBA 7, BA nothing, B 8, then A had it, A nothing, then B. My answer is coming out to be 9. but yes, possibly zero, right? Possibly zero. So yeah, the original string and plus the other ones. Okay, so how do I make an algorithm around this thing? And the algorithm would have to, whenever doing the second operation, I have to check, does this thing match anything else? And and the checking, and I will only check with the arrays or with the strings which have had the same length. So first I have to check, whenever forming a new string, doing the second operation, I have to check among the strings that I had formed using the first operation. And that would be easy because whenever forming a string using the second operation through my method, I would have some number of characters from the end and one character from somewhere, and some of the characters between them will be removed. So something like this. And to check it, to match it with a string that I had formed using the first operation, I would just have to check see the length of this current string that I made, which is 1 plus 3, 4, 7. Just check the last 7 characters, because whenever doing the first operation, I am only getting characters from the end. Yes. And now, how do I check this thing? How to match this string with the strings that I have already made using the second operation? And that would involve finding the string of the same length, and that would be exactly not one but more than one. Okay, let's say this is my substring. Explain. Yo, my number one fan. Shit. Explain. Let's say this is my string, and this is the current character that I am at, and this is the things that I have remaining, and these are the letters that I have removed, and these are the letters that I removed using the first operation. So my current string is the blue one, A, B, C, D, and 4 times A. I have to match it with all the strings that I made using the second operation. And before this, I have performed the second operation with this character, with this, and with this as first. And when I was doing it with this, then to make this, fuck, this is easy, okay. And to have this of the same length, I would have to remove all of these and append this with this. So, and these string would only be equal if these two characters are equal, because this this part of the string is same in both the cases. So okay, this is cool, this is cool. So I have to see all the strings with the first case. For that, I can just add up the value of n to 0. That would be the thing, and then I would go on with b, and whenever making a new string with b, I would whenever making a new string with b, I have to first check that with all the, and okay, I can make an array so that I would not have to go run backwards and do all the matching with the characters. So yeah, I can do that, and that would make it easy to match with the strings which were formed by the second operation, and to match it with the strings that were formed by the first operation, I would just have to match this character with this one, the last, second last. Yeah, the last one. Okay, and I'm thinking of subtleties. Will there always be a character there? No, no, because I would always remove it. Yeah. Okay. This, I think I have an idea. Glamorized. Hi, bro. When did you start with CB and what resource do you follow to learn concepts? No BS guide, please. Like, practice more and do more. Well, I would say you should practice more and do more. And no BS guide. Okay, let me tell you everything that I'm doing. I'm doing this CB31 sheet, which you know. And how long have I been at this? This is my 21st stream. That is how long I have been at this thing. And I am doing this drivers sheet for concepts and stuff like that. Yep, I am 33% done. Sorting part 1 and sorting part 2. Yo, that is remaining. So this is my guide for theory, and yeah, simultaneously I'm also reading this book, C++ programming. This is an amazing book, by the way. This is written by Björn Stroustrup, the writer, the creator of C++, as it says here. And yeah, that is it. That is it. And I read a little bit, like the first chapter of this Competitive Programmer's Handbook. This is a PDF by Antti Laksonen. I bad. Antti Laksonen. I have read the first chapter and I still have to go through all of the other things too. And those are all the resources. Driver sheet, CP handbook, driver sheet. This is the main thing that I'm doing. This is for the theory part and this is for the practice part. Yep, that is all. And yeah, that is all. Now to this thing. Shit, it doesn't work. Wow. Okay, it does work. Boilerplate, end and string E. Okay, I think I can have that longer string. Yes, I can have. And now for the first operation, int int 6. Answer is initially equal to n, first of all. And now I will do my operation with the second string. So I starts at 0, goes up till n minus 1. I will not go till the last string, till the last character. And then whenever I also need a pointer. So yeah, not a pointer, index. Let's call it j will be I plus 1 and I plus 1. So that means this is the character that I am at. And I will start from 2. Yeah. No, I will start with 1. 1. Yes, let's say that is the current character that I am at. Okay, and now, first of all, I will match it with the string. Okay. Okay, just one character. And also I will have an array. Here? Yeah, here. Uh, char. I will use a crazy syntax for this thing. Char pointer. Free. frequency equals new char 26. This I learned today. This keyword new gives us some storage from the free store. And what is the free store? Free store is just memory on the heap. Int j equals I plus 1. And I have to match this with the one j minus 1. Now, if, and I will add it to answer. Okay, and this string doesn't have to match with any. Okay, bool f f match equals, does the current character, which is a I equals a j minus 1, yes, aj minus 1, and bool s match, that is, does it match any of the strings which were made by the second operation, and that would involve matching, checking the frequency of this, which would be, no, I do not want this, I want bool. Yep. There are 26 letters in English alphabet. How many letters in alphabet? 26. 26, and I will make it zero indexed, so equals frequency, the current character, which is a I minus a, and if there is something, then this would happen, and if not, then nothing. If true, if match or s match, if anything happens, then if not, yeah, not s match and not s match, if none of them match, then I can do answer plus plus and frequency. Mm, yeah, yes, frequency of current character equals true. If no match, and then j plus plus. No, don't do j plus plus. This will all go. Repeat, less j is the character that I currently am at, while j less than n. And j plus plus. And one more thing. What if j becomes the last index? J will not become equal to n. J is the character that I currently am at. Okay, this thing. Then j becomes the next character. But when I have already removed all of the characters, what then? Mhm. when I have all it- the thing with J doesn't have to do anything with them. Hmm. This is 210, 20 characters, so 20 because of the first string, and J, yeah, second would make a lot of things pop up. Yes, because they are never repeating. Add C. Yep, that is cool. And C out. And also one more thing. When J has to go out of bound, and I think I will take care of it here. Ah, yep. If frequency of the current character, which is I, if it has already appeared. Okay, shit. This thing I think I should do after this. And just do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes, shit, that was wrong now. Yeah, now it is correct. Uh, do this, check. If it is there, if it always was there, then doesn't matter. But if it was not, then answer plus plus. And I think I should get the correct answer for these or not. Okay, 6, 10. So I got one more for this, one more for this, one more for this. Let's test this one. A B A B A. Okay, glamorous CB handbook doesn't seem like it is for newcomers, or is it? Also, is there a delay in chat you read after some time? Yes, there is, and I guess 10-second delay in chat. And CP handbook, yes, it is not for beginners, and I think you have to go slow, of course. First of all, when you are reading anything, you will not understand it for the first time if you are reading it for the first time and have no background. But do not feel sad, right? Do not feel sad, do not try to kill yourself. You just have to give it some time and it will come out about easier later. So you can start with this, like switch between the two, whatever makes sense for you. And Marvel Entertainment wala, bro, which college? Well, I just go to some college near my house. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Admin, why? Success may follow you. By the way, you know Python? Yes, I know a bit of Python. I went to the Amazon forest. I didn't went to the Amazon forest. Please let me know if you know Python. Yes, I have done some things in Python. I can show you, but yeah, wait. Let me do this. Yeah, it is messing up with this one and also this one. See, okay, first one. It is messing up with first. So I just add one. Uh, it is messing up in the ones that have a repetition. Mhm. And it is giving out one more. Okay, so when I have 5a, answer will become equal to 5. And at that point, I should just mind my own business and don't do anything. But let's say I goes to the first A, J is pointing to the second A, and while J is less than this, I would go on and F match. Does AI current match the second? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If not this, maybe my condition is wrong. If not, if both of them, I will only increase it when both of them are false. So this one is always true in the first case. So why is it increasing because of this? Ah, shit, it is increasing because of this. So it is increasing because of. Mhm. Okay, so how do I generalize this problem? It is increasing because of this, right? Because my frequency table is empty and I can fix up my frequency table. Maybe by starting off by adding the first character, but no, it would mess up the inner code. So instead of bool, I can do with one, but still I haven't seen this before. It says, why did I add this line? I added it in case this character becomes the last character, and I haven't encountered this character till now. Yes, that is why I added this. For that, okay, for that, I can simply go through the array while I'm, yeah, I can loop through the array once instead of this. I can loop through the array once, go till before the last one, and make my bool array. I will make another bool frequency equals new bool 26, and it will be called like rect L frequency last go I 0 till n minus 1. Do not go to the last one because the last one will be the last one when I were doing the first operation. Yes, and initially they are 0. I hope it is, I think it is 0 because I'm getting a space with this new pointer. Yeah, I think it will be 0. And this new keyword is given me the space in the free store. If frequency last of I, if not, then a ns plus plus, and due to some reason in my brain the name of a man is going off again and again, and the name of that man is Ilya Torporia, and yeah, it is in my head. I'm counting the characters which I'm not seeing, and always remains less than 0. It is misbehaving in this case. Why 9? 5 because of that. Uh, not I, but AI. Yeah, it would result in something still bad because of this. AI minus A, of course, shit. Minus A. You make this thing 0 indexed. And yes, I thought that. And This is happening because of do not count. Because of the first case, yes. Mm-hmm. Uh, okay. If AI equals AI plus if A 0 doesn't equals A 1, then answer plus plus. Answer minus minus. Okay, only in this and this case. 9, 9, it says 9. This one. This one says 9. And one more thing now. Yo, bro, good luck. Thank you. Would love if you interact more with chat, but I get it. You are here to study. Yes, that is also one of the goals. And Anosh Ramis, bro, tell me how can I learn JavaScript? It is difficult for me. There is the book Eloquent JavaScript. Eloquent JavaScript. This is amazing. You can go and read this book. This is where I studied JavaScript from. If you are a course guy, you're talking how to start as a beginner, which language I'm doing C++, and if you want to start as a beginner, you can go and do CES 50, which I have recommended a bunch of times. This one. This is a course by Harvard and it is free for anyone to take. It is on YouTube and yeah, you can just take it. It is pretty free and amazing. So if this is the case, then do not then subtract 1. And if a0 equals a n minus 1, then also do answer minus 1. And I think now we should be cool or not. Yeah. So first for that and okay, yes. If this first equals second, don't do anything. Or a I 0 equals a n minus 1. Think fuck. And this one is still resulting in this. Why? Okay, these are not same and mm, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, that one would be easy to solve. The problem that I'm facing with this and the problem that I'm facing with these. This minus is very problematic. The other one I can solve. If yeah, Yep. This should result. Why is it resulting in 1? It should result in 2. Answer equals 1. And then I go, if no frequency of the Z element, which is something which is like frequency L. Answer should answer should become equal to 2. Equal 1. This should become 2. And the thing that I have to check is a n minus 1, the last element. If equal a n minus 1, if I have already seen it once, then answer minus minus. No, 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 no. All of them should be equal to false, but no, they are not. I, I guess a vector would be cool. Then vector of bool cube size 26 and vector bool cube equals, I guess, this way. No, this 26 comma each should be equal to false. QL, and this also initially false, and it is still 1. But why? Go from first till last minus 1, 0. If frequency L, it should be false. AI gives me the ith character minus a character gives me the index of that character in the vector C at that index. If it is false, then answer should increase. And the second one, answer does start at 1. Frequency L 0 to n minus 1. I have to increase my fucking speed. 0 n minus 1. Oh shit. Okay. Because n minus 1, n minus 1. Yep. Makes sense. I should not go to the last one. Let's say I do go to the last one. And when I do, even if it is unique, the last one would be the same. Am I checking? Not frequency. If it has appeared for the first time, then do not add. And if it doesn't, then that. Okay. No, not that one. The problem with this one. I didn't go to the last. Okay. And then I will check the length. If n greater than 1 and the last one, frequency a n minus 1. If I have already seen it, then answer minus minus. Yes. That should solve this one. This should result in 14. No, not 14, but the correct answer, whatever it is, or maybe not. No shit. This should have resulted in 50, but it is still saying 51. In the n is greater than 1, and the last character, frequency of the last character. If it is true, then n minus minus. Bruh. Now, so it is not even changing. Why is it not even changing? FRQL A minus 1. I am making it true. If it is true and this, then answer minus. FRQL A n minus 1 minus A. My mistake. Yes. And now some things should, or everything should be better. Okay, it fixed this one and everything. Now, could there be an edge case? And the first two are correct. Okay, this will add it once if the first two are correct. If the first two are same, this thing is not keeping track of that. If the first two are same, then do that. Okay. If the first two, if n, not n, if n greater than 1 and a 0 equals a 1 and a 0 doesn't equal a last. Okay, in that case, in the first one, when the whole string is just a string of a's, in that case, yes, I have to exclude that case. And why? Because I have already seen the first one here and there. Okay, it depends on the frequency. Yes, first one cannot be equal to the last one. Yes, that is the only case. First one is not equal to a n minus 1. If that is the case, answer minus minus. Oh, yes, cool. And this is called B, erase first or second. So that did take quite a bit of time. And I will summarize this if I do get it correct. Let's see. I think I might, or maybe I won't get this correct. Okay, what is the problem? Expected 38, found 37. I subtracted something that I shouldn't have. In the 18th case. Let's see, what even is the 18th case? 1, 2. This one. Expected 38, found something else. Okay, well, of course, it is because of this. And not just the last one, it does not appear anywhere else. Mm. Yes, not just the last one. It doesn't has to be. It cannot be anywhere else in the whole string. Only then subtract it. Or maybe I was thinking too much. Okay, if I do pass in this thing ZZW HUS ZSTU, then here I am calculating the frequency. And then just doing that, right? Adding the first appearances of every character because inevitably I can make it the last character. But the first operation can also make one character the last character, which is the character which is already last. So I'm not going up till the last character. Right. But if the first, yeah, if I do see the last character in between, then I will subtract its frequency. That should do it. That covers that case. Okay. And every other case is covered there. Yes, I think I should not need that. But if that is that, and that will be covered by my second loop. Yeah, I think this is cool. This should be cool. And it is, well, at least in the test cases. Let's see. Mhm. Time limit exceed. Fuck. How big is it? My thing is actually, by the way, this. Okay, what am I essentially doing in this thing? Time limit exceeded. Of course it did, because my time complexity is n square and n can be pretty big. Yes, time limit should increase. I'm checking first match. First match, I'm checking this by I and that. I'm just checking, is this the first time that this string, this character has appeared? Which should be easy to do actually. I can count, yeah, I can do that because I only have 26 characters. I can make an array. Okay, and then bool second match. For second match, I do not need j. For second match, I do not need j. So I can remove this j part, right? This j is the one taking up time, and instead of a bool, let's say integer, and all of them initially are equal to 0, and this shouldn't change anything. We should still be cool with this, and here I have to check the frequency. Okay, it has to be exactly equal to 1. Right, right. Wait, if it is equal to 1. Mhm. But I'm also increasing answer. Okay. Checking with the second string is easy. I do not need that. Frequency, yes, I do not need the frequency thing. I'm not even updating. Frick. I am updating it later. Match first equal this. For the second match, for the first match, I'm taking matching this with that, which is just checking for frequency. And okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Ideally, I should be able to add this, right? If I am at I, then ideally I should be able to add n minus 1 minus I, and I will be eliminating some of them. Well, with the first match, every time that I see this letter once, character once, I will remove it. Okay. Answer plus equals n minus 1 minus I, and frequency FRQL. Answer minus FRQL of the current character, which is I minus A, and also subtract 1 from this thing because I am already at one of the appearances of this. What if it is before? If it is before, fuck. The frequency is till here. Yes, fuck. Yeah, I'm checking for the frequency later. Should I have to change up my whole algorithm? It will be one at least. And yes, I will change the frequency later. Okay, yes, makes sense. After this, I can change reduce the frequency by 1. Yep, yep. Frequency A I minus A minus. Okay, that is cool. That takes care of matching up with the strings which were created by the first operation. But for the strings that were created by the second operation, I just do this. I would not like to reduce the same strings twice. Makes sense. And I'm checking for the frequency before. Makes sense. I guess I need frequency 4 and frequency after. Mm-hmm. Nope. Frequency before and frequency after after concerns itself with the strings created by the first operation and before concerns itself with the strings that were created by the second operation. And fuck. Shit. Yes, I do add that. Hmm. No, I'm checking for this condition and doing that. I Oh fuck, yes, I can just this will be seen. Yes, fuck shit. I can remove all of this. No. uh, If not this, only then do this. If this character has not appeared, not even once before, then go on doing this. But if it has, then don't. If it has appeared, then don't. Big numbers. Okay, this part is amazing. Till now, this part is amazing. But this part, I need J. What the fuck are you gonna use here? Or that doesn't affect the result. If this, the first one. Let's go on with the first one. If this character has not appeared once, not even once before, then we are cool. Then we add this. What do we add? We are currently at the first one, and I'm not going to the last one. We are currently at the first one, and I'm not going to the last one because there is no second character there to be removed. Yes, and answer press equals. So 5 minus 1, that is 4 strings, 4 index, minus 0, 4. Yes, okay. 4 strings remaining. So answer add 4 and then this. If it does appear, yeah, subtract all the things. Whenever it do this in every time. That does help. That does help. And I think only the characters that are repeating are there. Yeah. Yeah. So frequency should be 5 and I'm not going till the last character. So yeah, that is one thing. So which I can fix like this. This is like very tailor-made solution. This is not general at all. Oh yeah. Problem for this third one. This one and the next one also. I have counted the frequency of every character in this. Then if this character when while doing the B operation, if this character has not appeared not even once till this point, then go on do these three things. And yes, for AB, this will go and answer will become equal to when I encounter this A. It has A, B, A, B, A, B, A. 5 characters when I'm at the current A. Z, it's free, it has not appeared. Then I would add 4 to A. Adding 4 to A. Not, no, do not add 4. Add n minus 1 minus 2. And mess other things up. Okay. And then for B also it subtracts it once because I am not going till the last character. I'll not remove the last one that I have already counted. So okay. And then the ones that I am subtracting. If it has appeared any number of times, then subtract it and then minus 1 from the frequency. I'm spending way too much time on this thing. Directly, hello again. I cannot understand the line number. Okay, go from left to right, store all the characters in a set for each iteration, and keep adding the size of the set to the answer. Go from left to right and store all the characters in a set for each iteration. Keep adding the size of set to the answer. Okay. So just count up the frequencies. But I am not intuitively understanding why that would work. Like, first of all, I have to make it work from this method, then I can apply our method. Okay, line numbers are, if you are talking about these line numbers, then these numbers are appearing like bottom to up. This says how many lines away this any line is from the currently selected line. So this line is 4 lines away from the current line, and just like that, which allows me to jump 2 lines. I can go to the 10th line below, like that, back, down. Answer plus equals n minus 1 minus. It will only run once. And it would have appeared once in ABA, BA, minus 1, AA. Okay, makes sense. This is giving the wrong answer for the first one also. I am not removing one string. Ideally, that should be the case. I'm not removing the last one because I have already counted it. And this loop, I can add this loop below. That would, no, no, that has to be different. I have to solve this on my own. Yes, I have to solve this on my own. And frequency not equal to or is 0, then go. Yes, that is if I haven't encountered this before, then yeah, that takes care of the strings created by the second character, by the second operation, and the strings created by the first operation. Mhm. When the current one is the last one, that is the problem. Okay, I am outputting low in every case. A, yeah, A. Minus minus, and if if the current one, which is AI equals A n minus 1, then answer plus plus. Right. Okay. G. Yo. For every I, you can have any one character from the prefix for the given condition. Any one character from the prefix. Yes, any one character from the prefix. So we just need to choose any one character from the prefix, but obviously we cannot repeat the answer. Yes, yes, we cannot repeat the answer. That is why we use a set. Uh, yes, that is for the second operation when I'm removing that for every I. Yeah, but that part accepted, cool. That part is solved using the frequency thing. So I do not need a set. I have solved that part with this. But this thing, when I go and I just keep adding the length for this character, if it has not appeared any number of times before, if it has not appeared, then why do I add the size of the set? The size of the set would be equal to the elements that were before unique number of unique elements are the number of unique elements again and again and again. Well, this one works. Let's read the editorial. B. We do not need to use the first operation after the second. Yes, yes, it would just result in, yeah, the same thing. Try to fix the number of the applied first operation. Try to fix the number of the applied first operation. How many different strings can be made? Um, just n. When can two reach the same? Never. Try to consider the first occurrence of each letter. Let's first see that applying the second operation and then the first is equivalent to applying the first operation twice. In the former case, the string will become this thing, removing the second and then removing the first S3, and then in the latter case, just remove the first and then the second. As we are concerned with only the number of distinct resulting strings, let's assume that the second operation is never done before the first operation. This means we do OP1 first operation possibly 0 and then OP2 operations possibly 0. Let's now find the result of applying I. Let's now find the result of applying I in the first and then J I of the first operation and then J of the second operation. It is easy to see that the result is this. I uh, is if I applied the ith operation, then my first string will start. If I applied the first operation I number of times, then my first string would be then my string would be like this. My first character would be I plus 1 because I removed the first I characters, and then my second string would be J plus 1 because after this character I have removed J characters. The only remaining question is in which cases two sequences of the operations such as the first always comes before the second in the same string. The only remaining question is in which cases two sequences of operations such as the first operation always comes before the second in the same string. Consider this J pair. The resulting string is the same as for two pair. We can see that when this equals this plus this equals this plus this, because the number of erased letters would be the same. Yes, makes sense. Would be the same to get strings of the same length. Next, the first in both the cases should be the same, is the same, are the, are the first letters of the two resulting strings. It is easy to see that these conditions are also sufficient for the result to be the same string. Don't I care about what appears after the first string? If the first is same, the length is same, and the first string is also same in both the cases. Yes, yes, yes. Then, then they would be sharing the same last strings also. Yeah. If after applying the first operation OP one one times the first letter is not its first occurrence times the first letter is not its first occurrence, then any subsequent result could have been achieved by less operations or the first time by removing the first character until reaching the letter, and then by removing the second character until we reach OP operations in total. This means we need to consider using second operation only at the first occurrence of the character. Yes, the final solution can look something like this. For each letter A to Z, find its first occurrence. If the letter is found, any number of second operations could lead to a different result. Could lead to a different result. Thus, we can just calculate the number of second operations that is valid and add that to the answer. Yes, yeah, yeah, I guess that is something. I will now move on to the next question. Like, I have spent way too long on this one. How long? It's been 1 hour 24 minutes. Crazy. Only one question in 1 hour 24 minutes. That is actually crazy, Quests. And tomorrow I have a competition. That would be cool. C, Senores. 2.5 seconds. That is first time I'm seeing a decimal there. Monocarp. I've heard that name before. Monocarp is playing a computer game in order to level up his character. He can complete quests. There are n quests in the game numbered from 1 to n. in quests. Okay, monocarp can complete quests according to the following rules. First quest is always available for completion. Ith quest is available for completion if all the quests before it have been completed at once. Okay, note that monocarp can complete the same quest multiple times. Okay, for each quest completion, the character gets some amount of experience points. For the first completion of the ith quest, he gets AI experience point. For the each subsequent one, he gets BI experience points. Monocarp is a very busy person, so he has free time to complete no more than K quests. Your task is to calculate the maximum possible total experience Monocarp can get if he can complete no more than K quests. If he can complete no more than K quests. Okay, first of all, I think, okay, that is crazy. First of all, I have the question two. Do I want to complete all the quests? He can complete quests. Number from this one can complete quests. He doesn't have to complete all the quests, right? See, in this, he should do this, solve these, and also do this, do all the quests, and then you can do like any quest, doesn't matter. So 4 3 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 3 13. That is correct. Now in this case he can only complete two quests, so first he will of course do this and then again this one, so that is crazy. Okay, but I cannot use a greedy algorithm here. Yep, because if I had more operations than two, let's say I had four operations, then I would do this, then I would do this, 3, then I would do this, 8, then I would do this, 16. But I didn't had any remaining, so yeah. Mhm. At every position, at any number, let's say for my first quest, I have to I have to do this. That is crazy. Like of course I have to do this. Then I calculate how many XP I would get if I were to repeat this one quest n number of the remaining number of times, or if I were to go till the end. Till the end? Do I have to go till the end? Maybe I could get more experience if I go till the end. And this will require like this things that I do not know right now. I do not want to look at the solution at least for 30 minutes, but I want to look at the solution. Let me think. 5 in this, I have to do this first of all, and then I have a choice. I could do this, or I could do this. And whenever doing this, I would only keep track of the maximum one in this, right? So yeah, that would be best to keep the maximum of these of this, right? So in the second time in the quests which I have already performed, 2 is the maximum experience that I would get if I were to do any of those, and otherwise I could go there and I could sum the remaining number of trials and shit. Wait, is this recursion? Fucking hell. Right, this. Right. First of all, I have to do this. And then I have to find the most optimal among these. And for that, what would be the solution? The most, but all, yeah, yeah, I will have access. I would have access to something like this, and also to this, and the remaining number of trials. And with the remaining number of trials, I could calculate. Do I do some given thing again, one of the already completed task again, or do I do this specific one? My ideal goal should be to get to this thing, the maximum, and right, I will create an array so that which has the accumulative sum of these elements so that I do not have to run a loop every time when I want to find a sum. Mhm. Choices. What are the choices? Choices. I have to solve this. Then I could either do this or do this. If I do this, then I will have 4 into 2, 8. 8 XP, I will get 8 XP. But if I were to do this, but that is the thing, right? If I were to do this, then I go till the end, but maybe even before the end, I have to find the maximum one in this way. Shit. Yep. Mhm. That is dynamic programming, I think. Mhm. Because now my subset is this. Uh-huh. And in this, let's say I do do this, then the best is this or this. And then I will pass that again and ask the question. Do I do this or this? And in this, I'm looking for the last element. Let's say I have the solution. I have the option. No, base condition doesn't match up. Maybe it does. I just have to send back, return the most optimal one, right? And okay, I will go three three choices, right? At anyone, at any, let's say I have performed this operation and I have the maximum among this. Yes, the maximum among this. So now I have a choice. Do I do this till the end and do I go till the end and then the remaining number of trials I will do the maximum one from the below from the B array. That is one thing. Or second, I just go this and I do not go any further. I just do this thing the remaining number of times. So three things, right? And I guess that would be cool. I think that would work. Right. And the and wait a minute. What are the ranges? And is there K and A and B are not too big? and also k. After that, sum. Right, I will go through. What will my function look like? It will return an integer. Let's call it int6, and let's also make these int6 and recurse. What will it take in? It will take in index I and int I, and from that it will be able to what does it need to calculate? It needs to calculate the sum of this and the maximum. The maximum, I can just go through the array once while I'm taking the input. I can see them establish the maximum from there, and I will also have a running current to maximum, which I will pass on to this. Yes, which I will pass on to it. And okay, and then here and this thing. Yes, just I and an accumulative sum array for this and the maximum would be passed onto this thing, maximum and accumulative sum in air accumulative sum array. And maybe even the next element, no, not the next element. Next element will be seen by this. Okay, B array accumulative sum and int b. But this is horrible. This is horrible. Let me maximum is, yeah, I can pass in the maximum. I think this. Let me create it a vector instead of this. Vi accumulative sum, a reference, and Vi reference to B, and then I would work. Let me take in the input Vi A of size n and Vi B of size n, and I0 till n. For A, I can just keep adding it and also create the accumulative sum array. Vi accumulative sum size will be n, and yep, size will be n, and initially all of them will be 0. So A CCS I plus equals the current character, which is Cn AI. AI. My cumulative sum array is cool now for B n and Cn Bi, and maximum is int mx initially equals 0. Mx equals maximum of mx comma Bi, and after that I can call the recursive function on I can call the recursive function in 6 answer equals yes, recursive, and called on 0 mx is mx, mx is mx, and ACCX and B. Uh, 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 Here. Now I have three options. Do this, go till the end, or go just to the next one. Yes. And yep. If int 6 rep rep here equals, for this the answer would be bi int remaining number of moves. Yes, of course, fuck, remaining number of moves. I also need that. Int k, and here pass in k, and change it here, int, and into k minus 1, because first move went on to complete this ith task, and then that is one thing that I can do. And then int 6, the second would be to find the accumulative sum, adding this and that would include taking the sum of that minus the sum of this. Yes, n equals b accumulative sum n minus 1. N does not exist. Sure. Accumulative sum dot back dot capital B back minus I, and int 6 int 6 next equals initially 0, and then one more thing, if I less than size minus 1, if I less than acc s dot size minus 1, then I can add some values to the next plus equals a plus equals, first I did this, then I did that, plus equals, I also need, so of course, fuck yeah, I need that. I also need the ith array, int I, int a, after b, let me add it here, bi reference to a, and 21, my bad, copy 21, 42, 38, do that, mhm, do that, and here after this pass in a. Now we are cool, and in this thing a, e doesn't matter, a dot size or accumulated dot size, they are the same size, I plus 1, and next plus equals k minus 2 into b I plus 1. Now that is cool. Mhm, mhm, mhm. That is cool. And if this is the best, that could be the best. Or something like that could be the best. Fuck. Yeah, why am I going up till the second one? And I should keep track of the index of the maximum. No, no, no. Fuck. No, no, no. This is not. No, no, no. Nope. 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 This approach will not work. This will not work. No. Mm. No. And this is also wrong. I cannot blindly do this. I only have a couple of options. I either go till the end and then for the remaining number of turns, do the maximum, current maximum. Yeah, shit, I didn't pass the current maximum. I just passed in the maximum. The current maximum, or go further. No, no, no. Okay, shit, yes. Uh, yep, yep. This will be done by recursion. Go further, further. Find the maximum in this. Find the maximum in that. Pass it. Till I get K. Mhm. And if I run out of tries, what do I do? Then I return this. Then it will be decided by the one before it. Yes, just that. I will have to pass a few more things to this thing, or maybe just fuck it. Make these things global. I do not want to do pushback, so I can pass the arrays, vectors. Yeah, the vectors will be passed in, and all the other things should be available. And k equals 0, and k gets this value, whatever it is. Make it on 6. This also on 6. And do not declare k. Do not even declare maximum. Do this. Max. What? Okay, it is because it's 6. Okay. Now cool. This will not need maximum. This will need I. This will not need k. And again, remove that from there. Mhm. Here and here. Mhm. The sum of this thing or the sum of the later ones. Yeah. Sum here is this plus the current value, which is AI, right? And then for the sum, the greatest sum of the later ones, I just pass the function on. And yes, k will at least be equal to 1. So at this point, I've done this. So k minus minus. Uh, If k, if there are still chances remaining, and let's call this ma max s max sum, and if k, then at the end I would return max sum. And if I do have trials remaining, I have already reduced k by 1, so I will recurse again. What will be my base condition? My Yeah, do not do bi, just do the maximum, current maximum. How the fuck do I know the current maximum? I do not need the maximum, I just need the current maximum. Yes. Yep, I don't need that. Uh, int mx b 0 in the start, that would be the current maximum, and int. So instead of this, int mx, don't do that, mx equals maximum of either mx or bi, and multiply this by mx. Yes, either this, and if there are still chances remaining, then call the recurse function with I plus, and I cannot fall off. Yes, either I need to have chances to move on, and I need to have array. Okay, if chances are remaining, right? And if I less than a dot size, yes, that is I. This can be the last one. Yeah. No, this cannot be the last one. If it is, mm, not equal to size minus 1, that is, if it is not the last I, then max s equals maximum of max s, or all the records again, I plus 1, and this gets ACCS, a reference, and vi gets b, gets a, gets the current maximum. Else, if this is the last one, then max s equals maximum of max s, or the remaining number of trials, that is k minus 1, multiplied by the maximum, which is shit. No, I don't need that. If it is not, if this is the last, then then it is already calculated. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. See out, answer, wrong, fuck, okay, only one. And in the other cases, my answer is low than what it should be. Why is it 10 in this case? I had 7 operations and it is 10. So I did this. For my array is this 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2. And yep. नेक्स्ट दुर्गेश रिकर्ड्स यूज करने की कोई नीड नहीं है ग्रीडी सोचो इट विल वर्क आई डू नॉट थिंक सो आई थिंक रिकर्जन इज नेसेसरी है because what would be the choices, right? I need to calculate between this and this, right? Going either till the end or just doing the maximum possible thing again and again. I have choice between those two and I can calculate this like easily. It is easy, but how do I calculate this thing that is going till the end without using recursion? I think recursion is necessary here. Okay, in the first case, I pass in this recursion 0. I get fuck, 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 fuck. Mars plus this and this also plus that. Run this plus AI. Bruh. Okay, that is correct. First try. Oh, maybe this will mess up. Fuck shit. This might actually be wrong. See quests. Let's see. And each I max 1 minute. Running. I hope it works. Or maybe time error. TLE. Cool. That does work. Okay. Now this. Each I max. Yes, that needs recursion. I think this will like of course it did need recursion. I mean I did solve it with recursion, but is there any other way? Let's see the tutorial. Yeah, I am unable to understand your greedy algorithm quests. Let's iterate over the number of quests that have been completed at least once, denote it as I. It remains to complete k minus 1 quests and we are allowed to complete any of the first quests. Again, it is obvious that we would like to complete quests with the largest bi value among the first I of them. So the answer to the problem is the maximum of this thing plus fuck shit, of course, yes, shit fuck shit, my bad, shit. This is actually fucking easy. And yes, now I understand your solution. Yes, now I understand your solution. Int 6, let's say answer, and I will have a running counter which accumulative value already there. I think I don't even need this. I might, doesn't matter. I don't need this. See sum initially 0, answer also initially 0, and then si 0 to n, and so answer equals maximum, and also end b max, let's call it, and it will be equal to b0 initially, and b max equal to maximum of b max comma the current b I, and it is also initially equal to 0. Answer is of maximum of already answer, or ai plus k minus 1 into b max, and then k minus minus b, yeah, and k minus minus, and then see out. Um, of course, shit, I have to add the current element. Answer till now, the maximum answer till now. And yes, I am adding the current answer. Shit, okay. Plus one b max, and why does it say 4? Then I, no, 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 current sum plus equals ai. So yeah, instead of ai, see sum. Still wrong. I didn't add the first one. Yeah, the references of 2 in the first case. Answer is 0 in the first one, and c sum plus equal c sum initially 0, ith element, add the ith element, sum till now, multiply by maximum k minus 1. Okay, why doesn't that work? For this one, the answer is 4. I only have 2 tries. This plus this would be the maximum, but I see 1, 1, 2, and b max is 0, and bi 3 max should be equal to 3. B max should be equal to 3. B max multiplied by k minus 1, 2, and c sum. C sum is 1 at this point. See out c sum. Not come. Shit. C sum. And B max and plus what is it called? It is called C was slashed out, and only one test case which has, let's say, three things, and 2k is equal to 2, 1 is 1, and doesn't matter, the rest don't matter. Yeah, only 3. And so why didn't it wait? So why the fuck am I not taking in B? Sure, that was the problem. Uh-huh. In the last one, it is 4 less than the actual answer. Yo. See some, yeah, see some current sum. Yes, thank you for that. I plus 1 while I plus 1 greater than k. Uh, since and never reduce k. Instead, you can find a remainder. Okay, this will be a good habit to go. Yeah, immutability. Okay, and rem is initially equal to k, and I should not do this. Okay, and instead I should do rem minus 1 here and rem. Okay, and this one part, I plus 1 greater than equal to k, while I plus 1 greater than equal to k. But if I plus 1 uh, does become greater than k, then I should not do it. Starts at 0 and goes up till k. Cool. Goes up till k. Cool. Ah, that makes more sense. Thank you for your suggestion. This part, I plus 1 greater than k. Yeah. Ah, submit again. Shit, I one-shotted this in the first time. The first time. Yeah, that is cool. But the memory was quite a bit. I think it will not be as much because then I was using 3 arrays. Now 3 it says correct answer here. The hell? Bmax maximum of this is, what is the error? Out of bounds. Yes, shit. Yes, of course. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Shit, I will run my custom loop then. For int I starting at 0, and while I is less than n and I less than k. It can be equal to k also. I less than equal to k. I plus plus. But why is it wrong in the first case? Shit, that is horrible. Gee. Oh, shit. Yes, that is also possible. Minimum of the two. Mm, But I think I can go up till K. No, I cannot. Yeah, because I is zero indexed. Now it is cool. And yes, I could also do the minimum one. Yep, I guess it will work. But yeah, this is actually cool. I can write minimum and use my own macro loop. Yep, it will probably work this time, and it did. And shit, yes. I think, yeah, I was unable to think about this. We could use minimum here. And now I feel bad because I was unable to come up with that thing. And I guess it comes with time. The more time I spend studying, learning, practicing, it will come naturally. But yeah, shit, I should have been able to to think about this. Go till minimum of n and k. Maybe I'm just not thinking right now. But yeah, it's been 2 hours. Let's do one more question. Refresh. Oh, I have only done two questions. That is horrible. B. So this should be easy, I guess. You are given an array A of n positive integers and a score. An array A of n positive integers and a score. If your score is greater than or equal to AI, then you can increase your score by AI and remove AI from the array. Then you can increase. If my score is greater than that, okay, then I can increase and remove AI. For each index I, output the maximum number of additional array elements that you can remove if you remove AI. So that score becomes maximum. So just sort the thing and then set your score to AI. Note that removal of AI should not be counted as the answer. Okay, I have some score. If my score is greater than some element, then I can remove that element and by AI, and my score becomes score plus AI. For each index AI, I have to output the maximum number of elements, the maximum number of additional array elements that you can remove if you remove AI. Maximum, okay. Okay, just keep adding the minimum elements from starting from the minimum and see at which point it becomes greater than or equal to AI, and then set your score to AI. That you can additional elements that you can remove if you remove AI and then set your score to AI. Note that the removal of AI should not be counted in the answer. But what do they mean by setting my score to AI? The second line of each test case are the elements, and this is that is that. It is guaranteed that the sum does not exceed. Okay, for this, I can add all of these. And what is my score? Ah, shit. Initially, I guess my score is zero. Okay, let's suppose my score is zero initially. Then I would like to make it equal to one. Then it becomes three. Then it becomes seven, and then it becomes this. So I can remove all four elements. And for this, I can take up the sum of the smallest. No, cannot do that. I can remove this. I can remove this. Only 2, but why is the answer 3? I could remove this and this. Okay, individually, I guess. Individually. For 1, I cannot remove any. For 4, I could remove this or this, but why 3? I have to make the score greater. Yes. So this, all of these, and for this, 3, add this, and this, and for 2, this and this, or this, the minimum, or anyone. 1. For 2, the answer is 1. Why is the answer 1 for 2? I could add 1 to the score. What the fuck even is the score? And a score, if your score. What is the score? First we do this. Well, if we start with AI, our initial score is A4. Okay, that is our initial score. Okay, the ith element is our initial score for each. My score is already greater than that. Okay, here the score initially is equal to 2. I can add this, make it 3, this to make it 4, and then this to make it greater than that. Here my score is 3, and that is already greater. And here my score is 4, and I could either add this. I do not get this. I do not get the question. If your score is greater than or equal to AI, you're given a positive number and a score. If your score is greater than or equal to AI, if my score is greater than or equal to AI, then you can increase your score by AI and remove AI from the array. Okay. For each index I, output the maximum number of additional array elements that you can remove if you remove AI and then set your score. If I remove AI and then set my score to AI, okay, what would be the maximum for output? If your score is greater. Okay. Okay, if my score is 5, then I can remove this. If my score is 1, I cannot remove any of the elements. If my score is 4, I can remove this or this. Here I remove this. Why is it 3? I cannot remove any other element. If it is 2, I can only remove 1. Why is it 3 in case of 4? I cannot remove this. For each, output the maximum number of additional array elements that you can remove if you remove AI and then set your score to AI. Note that the removal of AI should not be counted in the answer. Maximum number of, let's read this. If we start with AI equal to 4, our initial score is 4 and A becomes equal to this. We can remove 3 additional elements in the following order. I can remove. Okay. 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 Makes sense. Run, I will have to simulate this thing till the end. I'm just in line in some year of my college. Hello, brother. Pavitra Ranjan, not Pavitra. Pavitra. Int N and then the numbers. Can I sort them? 1 second. I think I can sort them. And then int VIA and I0 total N CN AI and sort all A. Fuck, this is crazy. I also need their original indexes. I need to know how many elements are smaller than them. So I can do pair, a vector of pairs, right? Yes, A is a vector of pairs, A size n and Cn. The thing goes into I dot first and the index AI dot second is the index. Now sort them with the function that I am giving you, which is this PIA, PIB, and return A dot first smaller than B dot first. Cool. And then and yes, and I would also need a normal vector array. Vi v n bi equals a I dot first, and then I will loop through I n. This might be not very optimal for the current character. I will start from the starting. Shit, no, that will be unoptimal to simulate the whole thing again and again and again. What will it depend on after sorting the array? Right. I know that my score could be greater than that. So I will add that to there. Does it cover the difference? Mm, difference. It would depend on the difference between the next one and the current one. Shark. Brother, what are you doing? I'm trying to do competitive programming 3 PB. And yeah, I have already streamed for 2.5 hours. So I guess I will be ending the stream for now. Yeah, shit. I have to do some theory studying. Shit, and I didn't even read the editorial for quests. Or maybe I did. Shit. Quests. I did read this. Yeah. Uh, from tomorrow we will start from doing this question. Shit, these are getting harder. And before quitting, yes, that is the word. Before quitting, let me do a quiz. I've done African. I will do African. That is cool. I can do African. Let me do something which is harder, more difficult. No, cars logo quiz sparkle. Yes, this one. Porsche. Shit, maybe I should not have done this one. I will embarrass myself. Saturn. This is Mercury. I will actually fucking embarrass myself here. Shit. This could be Saturn. Oh, that is fucking Saturn. Okay. Aston Martin is this. Chevrolet is Buick. Honda. Mercedes. I can be slow. That is cool. Mercury, either this or this. Yeah, okay, it is this. Lexus. Mercury. Mhm. Lexus. Alfa Romeo. This one. Mitsubishi. Vauxhall. Vauxhall is this. Citroen. Hyundai. Daewoo. It's Mazda. BMW. Audi. Nissan. Seat. Jaguar. Volvo. Holden. Cadillac. Yes. Lamborghini. Suzuki. Chrysler. This is Chrysler. Uh, we got Volkswagen. Acura. Ram. Ram makes trucks and it was started by GM, General Motors. Bentley. Subaru. This. Saab. Infinity. Uh, Infinity. Infinity is a sub brand which was created by Nissan to make sort of luxury cars in America. Renault, Pontiac, Toyota, Opel, that is Opel, Maserati, Ferrari, and Fiat. Okay, just randomly learning these quizzes is not cool. Just randomly memorizing their logos is not cool. Infinity, I have read about Infinity. It was created by Nissan in the 20th century to make luxury cars for people in America. Mercedes is Mercedes. That is actually all that I know about Mercedes. I do not know anything else. Mitsubishi, Japanese company. Buick, it was created even before General Motors, and I think one of the creators or founders of Buick went on to create a General Motors. I think that is what happened. Toyota, Japanese company. That is all I know about Toyota. Mazda, I do not remember. I read about Mazda. So for now, I will be doing this quiz and reading about one of the company's history or something. Infinity Car, Wikipedia, of course. That is where we go. Dark mode, stylized in all caps. Infinity, uh, uh, stylized in all caps. MF Doom, all caps, is the luxury car division of the Japanese automaker Nissan. Okay, it is the luxury car division of Nissan. The brand began in 89. Okay, in 89, initially in North America. The wait, Nissan is Japanese, but they launched their luxury brand in North America. Uh-huh. The marketing network for Infinity vehicles included dealers in over 50 countries in 2010. Okay, 2010s. As of 2020, there were 25 markets served by new car dealers. Okay, so it has reduced. Dealers primarily North America, China, Taiwan, and the Middle East. According to Nissan, the Infinity logo is, yeah, the Infinity logo is like two roads going to meet the horizon. Is a stylized representation of a road extended to the horizon and of Mount Fuji. reflecting its Japanese origin, Mount Fuji, and a stylized version of road. Okay, uh, why did Nissan launch Infinity in North America? Shit, why am I typing so no? Infinity to target the luxury market because there are not luxury people in Japan. It was dominated by established European American brands. This move allowed Nissan to offer premium vehicles with a separate brand identity, avoiding the perception of being a solely mainstream automaker. It also brand perception. It coincided with the launch of Lexus by Toyota and Acura by Honda, reflecting a trend of Japanese automakers entering the luxury segment. Okay, so that people would think that there is something else new, different. Shit. Okay. Now I guess I will be ending the stream. Not just I guess, I know. Yep. Bye for being. Thank you for being here, and yeah, I hope to see you